Hello again, Strekquap. Welcome back to my channel and my stream, where today I will be playing some more on my Bloodlands Necro. Switching from Bloodsurge to Bloodlands the other day, and now we'll be doing more of this. Yesterday I was very exhausted after releasing the the build video for the druid, for Storm War 3.0 druid, so I kind of went to bed in the evening, and I didn't stream in the early morning hours. But here I am today. It's 9:30 in the morning, so not that much of a delay. Well rested. Although I'll probably stream for 2, 3, 4 hours because it's my brother's birthday, and maybe we can drink some beers with him later. But there will be more streaming in the evening. So now this will be like 2, 3, 4 hours or whatever session, and then maybe some more. Then definitely some more later in the night. I really love this setup. I'm a big fan of Bloodlands. I think Bloodsearch is more fun for mobbing, for doing dungeons and stuff, and Bloodlands is better if you wanna just do bosses and stuff. But since the setup is pretty similar with minor differences between one and the other, it's very easy to respec from one to the other. I've pretty much just changed 2 items. I changed my gloves from ones with Bloodsearch to ones with Bloodlands bonuses, and I changed my what else did I change? I changed my, I think, one of my rings. I changed one of my rings to add the second Bloodlands aspect. So 2 aspects. That's all you need to change. 2 aspects and the gloves. And one of those aspects could be on the gloves. So 2 birds with 1 stone there. So if anyone had my just a moment, if anyone was running my Blood Surge build, it won't be difficult for them to swap out to this one if they feel like it, obviously. Just a moment to open some of my recently closed windows on my browser, and I think we're ready to go. Let's see, my friend was online. He's leveling. What is that? Is that a Sork? I think he made a Sork. I'll join and help him with this one, and then after that we can do other stuff. We can do some tier 30 something stuff, but let's help him. He started the rogue. Rogues are nice. Rogues are very, very nice. If I were to start on the season, which I'm not planning on doing, but if I were to restart on the season, I'll probably Oh, he's furry. He's furry. Nice. Hmm.
They've been feeding on my soul. Please, take it back from them. Let it end.
Okay.
No! Please.
The worst event from all of them. Let's see. I noticed him using furry, but he might be using twisting blades and I might not be seeing right. Yeah, it looks like it's twisting blades and not furry. So pretty much my volatile build that I made before the launch became the meta, one way or another, with minor differences. Okay. Okay. What was our leveling exploit? Yeah. Let's see.
My hammer sings on your return.
Cool.
Well struck.
Not sure I have a bloodless scream at Ancestral. I'll have to check. 21% Embaumer. I might take that. Let's see if I have another Embaumer already. If I don't, I'd rather keep it just in case. Let's see that bloodless scream. I don't think I have one already. Let's take that Embaumer just in case I need it.
Here are the reclaimed constituents. Create new magics from the old.
Bright aura. Brighter soul.
Lifting Shade. See if there's anything worth doing. Prison it is. I don't have the best types of maps, but at least we've got something that's not shitty in terms of rows, even if the map is not bad. Even if the map is terrible as a base, not one of the worst ones. I rushed with my mist before it was ready with a guarantee to overpower. Shit, my mist wasn't ready. Shit. Did I get stunned? I got stunned. Ah, fuck. I wasted my mist. I was waiting for that mist. Let's just play long range for a bit. Oh shit, my delivery. Just a moment. Alo? Надреса си добре, ще отворя секунда. Just a moment. I'm expecting some groceries delivered and they just arrived. So, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. No more interruptions. So yeah, nice. Got my groceries delivered. Now I can go back to grinding. And Dario Rosu, greetings from work. Greetings to Dario as well. Sorry about that. Let's see. We can continue with the next part of the stuff, the mission. He got the key because I dropped it when I started teleporting. Let's see. Come on, come on. I'm stuck. Okay, never mind. No longer stuck. And next up. Cool. Cool. Let's see. Okay, let's drop something. Just a moment. So again, more on the exploit glyph.
See some steel you need?
And just keep selling.
Well struck.
I do need better items. A lot of my items are terribly wrought here on this character. But it ain't dropping.
This will do nicely.
Okay.
Stay sharp, my friend.
Cool. Guy keeps meowing. I'll have to give Sky some cucumber later. Now it's immensely warm. It's unbearable heat in my country. In my room, it's 32, 33, 34 degrees Celsius. I've tried everything. The only things I haven't tried is soaking a bunch of towels in warm water and putting those around the house. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. But Sky, in that heat, poor cat, he's suffering. So I'll be giving him a lot of cucumber, cold shredded cucumber. He loves it as a treat. I'll give him more often now, so he can cool down from the heat with it. Let me give him some food because he's asking for it. Just regular fruit, not cucumber. Let's see. No, that was a very long stun. Let's see. So many sigils dropping when I'm playing with others compared to solo. Hmm. I forgot that that I need to heal myself first. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. Come on. Let's see. Movement speed, but no maximum weight charges. I need boots with maximum weight charges, movement speed, and ideally ranks to corpse tendrils.
Well struck.
Let's salvage some shit we don't need. And what's archives now? Let's see. Okay. Shrine. What type though? Cool. Nice. Hearing those explosions. Oh, my friend's been here. I never even noticed. Never realized he's here. The game makes it harder to notice stuff. Let's see then the next one. Okay. Those explosions. Let's do that. And boss fight time. Ooh. 2 XP was needed to get that next level.
This will do nicely.
Okay, let's sell all the sacred stuff and see if anything good dropped. %27 chance embaumer. Okay, let's get rid of the other embaumer then. And extract the 27. In fact, is the 27 better than what I've got? I've got 28. Well, it's nice to have a spare one if I find better pens.
Bright aura. Brighter soul.
Which water it is? Time to kill some snakes and cultists. Snake cultists. Oh, actually, this one was just snakes and spiders, I think. Snakes and spiders, yeah.
Bless you.
Okay, nice.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Cool.
You saved my life. Wouldn't have made it without you.
Let's see here. Okay, war device, the first one. It wasn't letting me target because of the enemies.
They've been feeding on me. My soul. Please. Take it back from them. Let it end.
Okay.
Such power.
He said pink. Pink's only in the Helltide, the cinders. But he meant unique. And unique. Crossbone.
Same dream as always.
I told him that Frostburn for Rogue kind of trash. Because you need the plus 4 ranks to core skills, and the Rogue builds are mostly 99% of them, if not 100%, based on damage with core skills. I was telling my friend that on Rogue it's very good to try a hybrid duo core skill build, like Twisting Blades and Barrage, for example, or or rapid fire and flurry or something. As long as you have one of them being single target, the other AoE, one of them range, the other melee. It could work pretty nicely. Penetrating shot could work well with twisting blades that he's running and the shadow imbue. You have to sacrifice an offensive aspect or two to accommodate two core skills, but it could be pretty solid. Don't have room to pick everything. Endwalls shows us. Endwalls shows is raiding. Thank you very much for raiding me, Endwalls. How's it going? Welcome to you. Welcome back. How's Diablo been for you? How's the game been treating you lately?
What's still got some good in it?
Are you looking forward to the season and to the patch in 2 days? Or are you planning on playing some other stuff? I've been planning on playing other games, such as I've been wondering maybe Jack the Lions. I've been thinking of going into play some Jack the Lions 3. But I still haven't finished all the stuff I wanted to finish with Diablo 4, so
What's left, you ask?
the backlog of games keeps growing. Damage to injured, crit strike, damage with bone skills overpowered, no. Blessed blood. The rest is shit though.
Use it well.
Greetings.
Hello.
I don't do other wood, so let's salvage it.
May your road be filled with wonders.
But yeah, this set that I'm playing right now is pretty much finished in terms of skills and skills and gear. Well, in terms of gear, there's always more to want, but in terms of aspects, unique items, and skills, it's ready. I've got every single aspect. Some of them badly rolled, others okay. I've got the unique item I need for this build, and I've got the skills, the skill trees covered. I need to expand a little. The Paragon boards need some expanding. In particular, I need to get this here and maybe get some of the surrounding stuff around it. I forgot what I was planning on putting there. I think it was Undaunted, but maybe it was something else. If I've selected Flesh Eater, why did I select Flesh Eater? Oh, I think it was for. I think it was so that I can put Wood Drinker here, and I can put Exploit over here. I think that was my plan. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Man, spawning them so slowly. Let's go. Well, he should have let me pull the elite to the others in the middle. Almost I didn't have a chance to reply while stream power went down while I was typing. I don't even remember. Sorry about replying about what I asked you. You're using your level 67 crossbow and your 87. Well, 67. It's not about the level of the item, it's about the item power of the item. The level is just a requirement based on the level you were when it dropped. The item power is what's important. The closer it is to 800 or even 800 plus, the better. And obviously the rows are the most important on it. For weapons, item power is definitely more important than stuff like armor and accessories. Like you could have an accessory that's not that great of an item power, but as long as the rolls are good, it's nice. With weapons, if there's like 60, 70 item power difference, obviously you feel massive DPS drop. If you like 730 item power or 790 or 799 or 800 plus. Let's see. But how's it going, Thomas? The rapid fire ricochet aspect. Well, yeah, some stuff refuses to drop. Some stuff you won't see if you're unlucky until level 80 plus or even until level 100. Not just aspects, unique items as well. While your friends might be getting them left and right, like it happened with my druid. That's how bad relying entirely on RNG is right now. And that's why we need a system to buy items with materials, with resources, to buy aspects and to buy unique items with tokens that the bosses, Uber bosses and world bosses and end of map bosses drop. Buy them with shitty minimum rows, maybe minimum rows on every single thing on it, and for the aspect minimum row on the aspect. For the aspect, they just need to add every single aspect to the legend to the not legendarium to the codex. If every single aspect was on the codex, that problem wouldn't exist. Sure, you would have the minimum worst possible row, but at least you have it. At least you could finish up your build.
Well struck.
Nothing in particular of interest drops for me.
This will do nicely.
This one's good item power and it has cooldown reduction. So I just need to figure out a reroll on it maybe. Although this one I'm trying to get the resource generation and cooldown reduction on it because the generation while fortified is nice. Maybe it's better if I go for that other one and keep rerolling that one because it's yellow.
I forge more than horseshoes and what's still got
Which
some
reminds me,
good
let's go
healthy
try
items,
rerolling
huh?
this crit chance into cooldown reduction. I have plenty of crit chance, so I don't really need as much. Especially considering I've got Corpse Tendrils. But this crit chance becoming cooldown reduction would be perfect for me. Now it's become too expensive. I'll wait until 2 million price to reroll. When it's 2 million price to reroll, I'll just stop and look for another one. All I want is maybe the denaturation while fortified and resource related stuff like essence cost reduction and cooldown. If I get two of those, I can obviously try to reroll the other one. My Necro friend has his rogue with me now. So that's interesting. We'll see what gets buffed, what gets nerfed, and what quality of life they bring with the patch in 2 days. So the patch still has some chances of making me actually play season, but for now I'm 99% sure I'm not going season, because I'm just not seeing the necessary quality of life and changes to make me want to start over. That season is barely introducing anything interesting. If they announce some new endgame mode, now that would have me wanting to start over. Although if there is a new endgame mode, it will exist in the non-seasonal realm as well. Wait, I've missed an objective.
You saved my life.
Oh yes. Let's see.
You're a saint.
Bless you.
Cool.
You're a saint.
Impressive how I continue to grind. Well, I do it for my content. I don't do it out of... I feel obligated to grind so I can make my content. It's not that I'm enjoying the game, to be honest. But I said it before the game released. Whether I like it or not, I'm gonna make it my new permanent game. Right now, I'm like 50-50 in terms of what I like and what I don't like about the game. Like 50%, 5 out of 10. I started as 8 out of 10, but the more I played the game, the more this dropped. The more I realized how shallow the content in the game is. The almost non-existent content. This is pretty much the only thing we have to do. Nightmare dungeons. So it's shallower than a puddle of water in the street, on the street. I had enough after even less than a week. The moment I realized it's only Nightmare Dungeons, I was okay, and they definitely released an early access game without the early access label. If they were to release it as early access, they would have still sold a ton of copies. but it would have been better because people would know, okay, we are expecting unfinished product. It's early access. Maybe a year from now, that would be what we should have gotten on launch. Yeah, we have the same opinion. I'm not even doing season 1. I'm skipping season 1 because it's a bare bones. It's not bringing anything new to the table other than those extra gems. And it's just not enough. I was expecting that they would have cut out intentionally some content, some endgame content, new endgame content from the game to release it as season 1's big review, but that was not the case, unfortunately. So yeah, I was really hoping they would have cut out some content intentionally just so they can reveal it with season 1, some sort of a new endgame activity. Well, yes, there are builds that do a ton of damage, but the content needs that ton of damage. I think they should have rebalanced the content to not require these tons of damage. If they were to balance the content so that the enemies don't do as much damage and require so much damage reduction, because right now for the high tier dungeons, for the high tier nightmare dungeons, all you need is a ton of damage reduction. You need to stack as much damage reduction as possible in your gear, and you can survive. Unless you're a sorcerer. If you're a sorcerer, then you're fucked. After tier 50 or something, your sorcerer, regardless of how much damage reduction you have, at the moment you run out of barriers, you're dead. So that whole class needs a big redesign. And the worst thing is that the same people who made Diablo 3, who made a lot of quality of life and good stuff in Diablo 3, intentionally decided not to include those things that they don't have to reinvent hot water. They don't have to rediscover America. They've already done this stuff on their previous title, so they intentionally decided to omit all of that quality of life, all of those features that people have been loving in Diablo 3, such as the loadout system, such as a better, more affordable respect system. They've intentionally decided to make the game unreasonably grindy, unreasonably punishing in various ways, and with a ton of quality of life omitted or missing. You're doing your IT thingy in Germany finally after 3. Well, that's very nice. I remember you telling me you were learning some coding. Is that what you're You could not develop a game with so few endgame content. Yes, exactly. Most indie developers know this. Most indie developers are not disconnected from reality like Blizzard's leadership seems to be, because developers do what you tell them, what the team leader tells them. Whereas when it comes to indie teams, when it comes to small teams, the leadership there most of the time has an idea of what the player
Well
base
struck.
really needs in a game, what the player base considers a priority. And right now, you could quote me on that if you feel like it, but I'm pretty sure that the majority of gamers would prefer at least three types of endgame when a game launches. Three equally rewarding, equally challenging, equally interesting, and still different from one another types of endgame. So you could have something like rifting mapping. You could have something like payload, like the Delve in Path of Exile. You could have something like the arena like the Crucible in Grim Dawn. Three different types of modes, different from one another, but definitely providing an interesting experience. And if one is really pressed for time, at least two of them would be okay. Yeah, a lot of the times indie developers are fresh meat. They can't, they don't have much experience. They have ideas, they have skills, but not polished enough. Then there's this thing where indie developers um, might not have the imagination needed. So I've seen indie developers who have the imagination, who have the ideas, and are just not that great at executing them. There's other ones that don't have the ideas but are technically good, and that's why you need a team. You need people that can not that can complement each other's weaknesses. So one person is not good at the game design part. Okay, they don't have to be game designer. They could be just coder and stuff like that. That's why positions exist. Small indie teams. Again, I've seen a lot of effort from small indie teams, but I've also seen them listening to the community too much, like
Magics
Torchlight
will
3.
return.
Great example of listening to the community too much to the point where you shoot yourself in the foot because you do exactly what the community needs without
I was wanting
realizing
to know how.
it's a bad
Let
thing
me
for
show
the
you.
game.
May your
Doing
blade defend your
what certain
wonders.
part of the community needs. It's all about deciding which type of feedback is worth listening to and which type of feedback would hurt your game as a product, because you would hear completely opposite opinions about certain things. And right now, it seems like Blizzard wanted to make a game that the tryhard Diablo 2 hardcore players want, the purists. They tried to make a game that both the purists would like and to squeeze in a bunch of stuff that maybe casuals would like. And it seems like it's a total shitstorm. The Torchlight franchise, if we pretend that Torchlight Infinite is not a Torchlight game because it's a shit show, I mean even Torchlight 3 wasn't that bad, because at least Torchlight 3 didn't have a predatory monetization. It didn't have that obviously mobile design with let's make more money, let's squeeze the cash cows dry. Torchlight 3, they were trying. They were trying. They were committed to listening. We had every Monday Mayhem Mondays. Every Monday you could talk to the developers, discuss certain things, ask them about certain in-game things that might not be clear to you, and they can explain it. So as developers, as human beings, let's remove the technical part of it, but let's add the community management and all of that. Torchlight 3 has been one of the best experiences I've had. Very good community managers. The first one, the second one, developers actively communicating with us, asking for feedback, and telling you, okay, this feedback won't work because this and that and that. I would suggest something, I would send them some mock-ups of user interface, and the guy would go and ask a user interface designer, is this doable? Then the user interface designer would say, okay, it's not doable because this game also needs to play on Switch, and Switch has certain limitations of how many pixels a certain window needs to be. So this would never happen with Diablo 4. It won't happen where I would give them an idea, where I would Photoshop a mock-up of a user interface of a suggested system or improvement to a system, and they would go and ask a UI designer, hey, this is a good idea, can we do it? And I love small indie studios that try to make a game for an experience that many people could enjoy. Indie developers know that unless they make people who play their game happy, they won't return and they won't promote their game to their friends and family and so on, and word of mouth won't spread. Right now with social media, the so-called word of mouth, maybe it's word of fingers, word of fingers. Um, yeah, when you have stuff like Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, etc. If a game is good, if people like it, other people would eventually find out about it. Just look at things like zombies, not zombie survival. Actually, yeah, it was zombies, vampire survivors. Look at games like Vampire Survivors. Super small, super indie, super niche, but it made it to the top sellers on Steam. Why? Because people liked it so much that they kept spreading the word of mouth that the game is fun. It's not everyone's type of game, but it definitely made it big for the small scale of the project. And in the Diablo genre, we have rare cases like Chronicon, pixel art single developer project, Chronicon, that had more quality of life and a more fun endgame than Diablo 4. So when a single developer includes more quality of life and better itemization than a 200 developer team does, makes you wonder what the fuck is happening with this 200 developer team. There's obviously some racist, bigoted comments that would say it's because of diversity hires, because they're hiring people because of their background rather than their skills. And I would like to think that that's not the case. Hopefully, that's not the case. Hopefully, they're hiring people because of their skills first, and because of the background second. The 100 out of 200 diversity hires. I mean, there's nothing wrong with diversity, as long as it's reasonable, as long as okay. We get those people because they're talented and they meet our whatever quota we need to fill to not be called scumbag company. But in the end, to me, it doesn't matter who designs my games as long as they're good. As long as they're good, fun experiences, I definitely won't mind anyone designing the games I play. Some people get super tilted regarding certain things when it comes to that. Yeah, I know that a high quality game is not their priority. Their priority is to make a game that can get the most amount of returns with the investment they have done. And that is obvious. That's why they went seasonal. That's because I said it in my stream a few days ago. Suits like board of directors and stuff like that, those types of guys, the corporate kind of guys, they care about stuff and they get hard-ons when a game can give them 10 years worth of return on the investment instead of having to redesign a game every 1-2 years, like for example Call of Duty. Every 1-2 years Activision makes a new Call of Duty. But with Diablo, you make it once, and from there on, it's just seasons and expansions. You don't need to make a whole new game every 1-2 years. That's definitely nice return on the investment for 10 years as a prospect, potentially. And yeah, with corporations like that, they could get into some serious trouble from various lawsuits if they don't do those diversity things. But if it's a small indie studio of a bunch of friends making a game together, then that is different. And this is the sad reality with the majority of gaming companies. The majority of them are owned by big corporations. You have 2K Entertainment, you have Embracer Group, and now Sony and Microsoft, other big corps that are not just about gaming, but having gaming divisions. Like in Europe, Embracer Group has been eating up publishers and studios left and right. Fucking Code Enchanted, and this is this fucking cancer Code Enchanted affix on mobs that I fucking hate. 1 or 2 hits, boom, you're frozen. That should be no less than 4 or 5 hits. Stupid fucking cancer Code Enchanted. This is fucking stupid. What the fuck? The most cancer monster affix ever. Look at that, it's for whatever reason he's not taking any damage from me. Any other monster would die or be almost dead from a single rotation of my blood mist. It doesn't matter that it's a champion. Any other champion I could melt with an overpower guaranteed blood mist. He was taking 10 times less damage from my blood mist than the other enemies. See this thing, when it's at 12 stacks, my next blood skill overpowers, which means blood mist that normally doesn't do damage, does massive amounts of damage, 15 ticks. Look at that, just look at this. This is a lot of damage that it does, although there's probably some sort of resistance I'm not seeing. And now we failed. Way too many useless stats and way too little. There's zero useful stats in dungeons. When it comes to dungeons, there's zero useful affixes. And the majority of them are super bad. The majority of the negative affixes are terribly badly overpowered. I mean, the balancing in this game is the biggest joke I've seen in decades. And the rerolling system is the worst rerolling system I've seen in a game. First of all, you should be able to reroll every single affix on an item. If an item has 4 affixes, I should be able to separately reroll all 4 of them. And there should be rerolling for a new affix and rerolling that one affix you have already there between the minimum and maximum to see what you can get. So if I have between 5 and 10 crit chance that I can get, I should be able to reroll that crit chance just for for the minimum and maximum of it. And if I have crit chance and attack speed and HP and something else on an item, I should be able to keep rerolling each of them to something else. That's how many games have it. Many games, well, not many, but a reasonable amount of games have all of that quality of life added into them. They definitely made this game with the grindiness you would expect from an actual MMO, without it being an actual MMO. So it's only taking the negative aspects. It doesn't have the positive aspects of an actual MMO, which is pretty bad to begin with. What the fuck? Those big boys zombies. Okay, let's do that. Let's see, you're playing the classic WoW still. You threw away your studium. What is a studium? You're saying even normie gamers are shitting on on. See, if I'm a casual, normie is what I normally refer to as super casual or ultra casual. Because I personally consider myself a casual gamer. I don't try to play the meta best of the best top builds. And I don't try to do the hardest content unless the game really requires me to do it. Unless it's like a mandatory thing to do. Thankfully on this game I don't need to do the hardest content to get the best items and to enjoy the game. But I still play a ton of... I still spend a lot of time playing and I still try to synergize my builds. Even if it's not the best build, I'll still squeeze every little bit of thing I can out of it. But then there's the thing that you refer to as normies. Those people, they don't even try too hard when it comes to builds and stuff, and that's the people that normally don't even play such games, that are there just because their favorite big streamer or stream gal decided to play this game because Blizzard paid them for marketing, and they're like, here. And it's nice that this game is this popular, that it made this much money. If only all the money they made would go in the right place. Like hiring extra people to work on extra content without impacting the rest of the game. Because see, they definitely need more endgame content. That's the weakest link of this game. I mean, let's not talk about the badly balanced itemization and and skills and paragons in general. Like the zero reason to use resistances right now, to stack resistances as stats. The vulnerable mechanic, which should disappear and be replaced with something more reasonable, or get a total rework. Because right now every build is stack as much vulnerable as possible, and stack as much damage to the skill, like core skill damage, mastery skill damage, etc. And stack as much crit damage if you're not doing a damage over time. But damage over time in the first place is extremely bad right now as a source of damage, because damage over time cannot crit, cannot overpower. No, Richard Garriott. Who is Richard Garriott? Developer talent, not masses of developers. Oh, the Schaefer Bros. The Schaefer Bros and David Brevik, I mean, they created the Diablo franchise, obviously. Them leaving Blizzard meant that Diablo won't be what it used to be. But even Diablo 2 has a bunch of things that just didn't age well. At the time, I haven't seen better things, but I've already seen a lot of the stuff that Diablo 2 is doing done better. I've seen games introducing Endgame. Diablo 2 didn't have actual real Endgame. So I've seen Endgame existing as a thing in games. I've seen storage quality of life. For example, last Epoch, decent storage quality of life. You don't have to buy your stash tabs like Path of Exile. I've seen better skill systems than the Diablo 1, the Diablo 2 one. I've seen wardrobe systems like the one in Diablo 3 for loadouts, which again, in my opinion, is a must-have in a game now, since I've already seen it done. That means I would want it in my game that I play from now on after I've seen it. And Gotus is saying, "Yo, yeah, I can't type right now." Napoleon is inventory. My inventory is full. I was about to say my inventory is full in Bulgarian. I was like, oh shit, why am I speaking in Bulgarian? So much stuff that I have to leave on the ground. The storage quality of life is terrible. If I have a game, I would have auto pickup and auto salvage on pickup with filtering options. So any gear you don't need, if it's of the grade you don't need, you can automatically salvage it and automatically pick it up. This is one of the best things you could add to a game. You could set filters, proper filters. It needs to be this type of rarity. It needs to be this type of item before it gets salvaged and stuff like that. And you just filter out the stuff you don't want salvaged, and everything else gets automatically salvaged. Send our pet to town still requires more effort. But yeah, that's definitely better than not being able to send the pet to town. But you still need to pick the items you want to give to the pet. So you still have to do inventory Tetris and waste time and waste time picking up items and checking which item is good and which one isn't. But if you have filtering that automatically picks up and automatically salvages, so you don't have to go visit a blacksmith in the town to salvage, so that war-wise you carry salvage tools with you, like a pet that does that for you. See, you could always explain it as a pet, like a mini robot, drone, whatever, doing the salvage for you and doing the pickup for you. So that way it could be explained, okay, my character is not visually picking up stuff on the ground. My character is not visually salvaging, sure, but your pet, drone, robot, whatever, could be doing that for you. In a sci-fi game, it could be a drone. In a game like this, it could be a mini goblin or whatever, demon kind of looking creature.
They've been feeding on me. My soul. Please. Take it back from them. Let it end.
So much explosions.
Such power.
Okay, nice. Great, more items I cannot pick up. They say it would be more like Yaote. I guess they. Well, a lot of the things they said were lies, but there are a lot of things that definitely were more like Diablo 2 than Diablo 3. Like the lack of free respect, one of the things that is shit. And they said we wanted to have some permanence. We wanted to make the Diablo 2 players happy. Yeah, they neither gave us permanence, nor did they give us the quality of life from Diablo 3. They tried to get somewhere in between, and it feels bad. If you want to have permanence, give me fast experience rates so that I don't mind leveling up new characters to try new builds. You can respec with some runes in Diablo 2, but how much time and grinding would you need in Diablo 2 to respect certain things? You could still respec in this game, it's just so super expensive, like around 13 million. 13 million at level 100 for full respec of skills and paragons. It used to be 18. They reduced the cost a bit with one of the patches, not sure with which. I didn't notice it in the patch notes, so whatever they did, it was silent.
This will do nicely.
But it's still not enough.
Well struck.
If they were to remove the respec cost and add a loadout system like Diablo 3, it would be the best thing they can do. And if they increase the experience rate, or just reduce the experience per level, instead of increasing the experience a monster gives you, just reduce the experience per level for certain levels.
I'll take it off your hands. I'll take it off your hands.
How much is my corpse tendrils? Sub feeding GG. How's it going feeding GG? 1 level 50 rune. It's been a long time since I was played Diablo 2, so I have no idea what a level 50 rune is. Does it mean level 50 monsters or higher can drop it? And does it matter what type of level 50 rune, or is it a specific one?
Use it well.
And they were saying seasons would let you keep your renown. Then eventually they started saying, yeah, we would let you keep your renown, but only the easiest ones, the altars of Lilith and revealing the map. And they kept saying seasons would be more than what we've done in Diablo 3. We want massive changes, and then this season it barely does anything. It's an extra affliction on the mobs. Zombies with tentacles. Instead of fighting zombies and demons, you're fighting zombies and demons with tentacles. No, don't look up anything on my behalf. So yeah, instead of just fighting the same stuff, you'll be fighting the same stuff but with tentacles, and they'll drop you extra sockets. And then you have to find the right items with the right sockets for your jewelry. But the plot twist is, unlike Path of Exile, where you can change the color of the sockets, in Diablo 4 you won't be able to change the color of the sockets. You won't be able to go to the socket NPC and say remove socket, so you can try again, add the socket again. If they make it so you can remove sockets, not just add them, that would mean, okay, you add a socket, it's blue. You don't need it, you remove it. You add a socket, it's red. You don't need it, you remove it. You add a socket, and so on until you find the green socket you need. Or the white socket, even better. Let me go craft the map. That's a little easier.
There is magic in all things. Let me show you. Impeccable.
Did he accept or did he reject? Did he write something, my friend? He said he's almost level 70, but that's pretty much all he said. Let's try rerolling again. I've been rerolling this one to try and get cooldown reduction instead of the crit chance. It's refusing to give me that cooldown reduction. I'll keep rerolling until it's like 1.7, 1.8 million per reroll. Again, the rerolling should never increase in cost. If it costs me 200,000 to reroll, it should keep costing 200,000 to reroll with every reroll. And again, I should be able to reroll every single affix on my item, so I can craft myself an item with every single affix I want. And then I should start min-maxing the affixes to try and get better versions of them. Unfortunately, we don't get that. Okay, I'll need 430,000 and then whatever is needed. Let's see if my friend is ready. Let's invite Gottes. Demon's Wake. Which one was this one with the burning stuff, where you have to destroy the effigies? I think it was the effigies one. Oh yeah, the idols, the effigy idols of the shaman. I need to kill the purple guy first. I ran out of potions. Why isn't it? When there is a purple guy, obviously priority number 1, attack him. And this wave shrine should be a little faster. Back to lurking. Okay, well, thanks for the chat. I'm glad we agree on a lot of things that this game needs improvement in many areas. And yeah, to me it still feels like we are playing an early access game that just is missing the early access tag. You're working a little bit on your game. Good work and enjoy working on that game. Hope it's a decent one when it's ready. Where is the purple? There it is. You don't think I would like it? Ah, it's a different genre than what I normally play. Interesting. I do play a bunch of genres. It's skill based without any grind. Well, I don't like grind. I mean, if there's one thing I hate in games, it's pointless grind. I mean, I like grind with a reason. Where it makes sense. But yeah, that sounds interesting. Again, without grind, skill based. Although one person definition of a grind and another person definition of a grind could be very different as well. The same way what I consider pay to win, some people don't consider pay to win. Like for example, trading a few yellow items in Diablo 4 or trading in Path of Exile, where you can buy the best gear in a few days after the season or league has started from other people with real money. Who keeps reviving them? Thought we got all the shamans. Already filled to the brim. Cool. See, I was pointing my cursor there. Here, it was strange. Let's see here. Death Trap is a great synergy for Shadow Imbue, and because of the pulling, you pull them together, and then they, when they explode, they hurt each other with those Shadow Imbue explosions. It is a fun synergy. I think Shadow Trap is actually the one ultimate that could work on every type of build. It could work on ranged builds, it could work on melee builds. Shadow Clone is pretty underwhelming. In some builds it fits nicely. The same goes for Rain of Arrows. Fits nicely in some builds, but in the majority of times you would either want to go Shadow Trap, I mean Death Trap or whatever it's called, or no ultimate in the first place. Like on my
This will do nicely.
penetrating shot, I chose to go no ultimate in the end after experimenting with various things.
What's left, you ask?
So I'll lose one rank of Bloodlines, but I'm getting that 15% extra on the Wookiee hit chance. Oh, that's not even a Wookiee hit. I cannot boost that with Wookiee hit chance increase. Let's see.
Masterful work.
Can get a decent map. Physical resist. Okay, let's just run Earth and Wound. I think Manslaying was for Earth and Wound. But Gawain's game being more MOBA Diablo 2 style, more like Warhammer. Ah, interesting. More like Warhammer, but which Warhammer? There's so many Warhammer games. MOBA but D2 style. Huh. My brother and with some help from me, back in the day we made a map for World of Warcraft, not for Warcraft 3. For Warcraft 3 we had a map made in the editor, Keyword Arena. We actually did two. One of them was Keyword Arena, the other one I forgot the name of. And we were using some of the World of Warcraft models that one person made, extracted or whatever. And it was kind of like a MOBA arena with some PvE and PvP, and with upgrading up to +9 with glows, the items glowing differently based on which plus your item is from +1 to +9, kind of like old school MMOs. And we had gambling added as well there, but there were certain items that only drop from certain mobs on the map, so that's where normally the PvP would happen, around those mobs to get those items for certain setups. What the fuck did so much damage to us? Look at this unreasonably long stun. I have no potions. I'm not sure why everyone suddenly died and from what. There wasn't something that could kill easily. Like there weren't some explosions or anything like that. Okay, let's see. Why did they follow me? They followed me in this place. That was interesting. Hmm. When you watch something like that unfold in front of your eyes and you're like, okay, I see it coming. He's gonna die. Oh yeah, he's dead. Cool. What time is it? 12:15. Today's my brother's birthday, so maybe later in the afternoon we might see each other for some beers. I did tell him I'll stream for 2, 3, 4 hours. It's already been 2 hours and 40 minutes. Maybe 1, 2 more hours, or maybe in the evening we can have a chat.
That is steel. I'll take it off your hands.
I need boots with movement speed, but with the 3 max evade charges.
Well struck. Sometimes the best defense is a strong. Keep them sharp, keep them ready.
Okay, my friends, gonna go out probably because it's a very, very nice and sunny day. Although right now the nice and sunny days are not that nice for me, considering how warm it gets in my room. Not sure if you can see it. 33 degrees Celsius. Not making stuff up. That was the thermometer. 33 degrees Celsius. Almost the sauna, and there's gonna be even warmer days coming. I'm gonna be melting here. My brother told me to get some towels wet and hang them all over the place on doors and stuff. But that would make things damp, so it will be interesting. I should try to air it out every now and then if I do that. The one that's suffering the most is my cat because he has thick fur. And the biggest problem is the landlord doesn't want air conditioning installed because he doesn't want holes drilled in the wall. So let's say for whatever reason I somehow end up having money for an air conditioner. Even if that happens, I won't be able to install it because it's not my place. Can't wait to unlock some more Paragon nodes so I can move around some things. Oh, that reminds me. Since this one is maxed out now, I could move it to a different place with more than 39 decks. So the plan is this one to go here, where I can get 49 decks rather than 39. But I won't do it until I'm sure I've got enough unlocked. So that's several levels from now.
How long are we going to stay here? This place reeks.
Let's see. Kind of wasted this. I accidentally switched my mist on. I wasn't planning on switching the mist on. Only I had more damage reduction from my items, so I can be a little bit more tanky and more aggressive. Is God using Frost Nova, I wonder? I'm not seeing him using Frost Nova. He's missing the vulnerable that every build needs right now. Without Frost Nova, he's just missing out on a ton of damage. I'm not even sure he's using vulnerable on the ice shard, because ice shards itself can apply vulnerable. Was this guy invisible for a moment? What the actual fuck? Let's see. Not sure if he's watching, so I'd rather write it down if he didn't hear me. Fuck, multi-shot. I didn't even realize she can do 3 hits with a single shot. It was pointless for both of us to revive, like, that was stupid. They should also make the 4 revives remaining personal. If a teammate revives, they should have their own 4 revives. I should have my own 4 revives. Because now we have to redo the whole map. Not the whole map, the whole area of the map. And now it would be even harder to do. Because we didn't work out on the pooling. Okay. Why is it so difficult to avoid exploding stuff that's right in front of him when there's no enemies? He could have just dodged or teleported. If one was on cooldown, definitely the other one shouldn't have been. And the shrine is over now. Let's see this way. Oh, that's an event. Well, you might need it, so let's just do it.
Feeding on me. My soul. Please. Take it back from them. Let it end.
See here. And that's what happens when you're not standing. I was trying to stay next to the mob when killing the enemies, and only kill them when I'm next to the mob. But yeah, this is the weirdest stupid event where you have to be right next to the mob when you kill those green glowing enemies. And out of essence. Okay. Let's keep going this way. There's one more there. Yeah. Two more. Okay. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, this way, I guess. Oh, it's one of the ways to reach it. I'll just go here. see. I'm just gonna keep leveling Dominate for now. What time is it? 12:35. Ratmus chosen with... Nah. I need this one, the untimely death again. Okay, let's sell. Sell this. Sell this. 21% sacrifice bonuses. That's better than mine. Upgrade, yes.
I'll take it off your hands.
I could go shield with cooldown reduction for survivability. If I find a good one. And just get rid of the essence cost reduction and stuff I can get from this. But that means sacrificing offensive aspect, and I cannot sacrifice an offensive aspect. Maybe on boot search I could have sacrificed an offensive aspect, but right now they're just with a unique item. I don't see an offensive aspect I can sacrifice. And God said he must go. Okay, I was too late to notice. Let's grab this sacrificial and swap it on my ring. Or should I save it for a better ring? I'll swap it on this one, fuck it. More percent. Let me check something now. 1.662 1.695. Okay, so that's like 30 extra overpowered, 30% extra overpowered damage. Wasn't much, but it was still something from those extra 3% sacrifice bonuses increase. Death Pool Score Dragon, definitely don't want to do that.
Let me show you.
Champion's Demise. I'm not sure I want to do a Champion's Demise, but let's try to craft something.
Impeccable. My magics await your return.
Stormbane Strat, Zenith. Ah, fuck.
May your road
I have
be
to do the
filled
Champion's
with
Demise.
wonders.
35. 36. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, what the fuck? How did I get hit so hard so quickly? I didn't even see what killed me this quickly. I think it was the one that jumps and I didn't notice him jumping. The mower. I need to go grab the purple enemy first. Fuck, I wasted my rotation because of the stupid spider. Now I have to wait another 5 seconds. No, no, fuck. Fucking spiders are trolling me. I'll do a different map. I'm not gonna do this map. Spiders and goat man, not a good combo. When I'm whacking damage reduction and right now it's just shit. It's not crafting good maps for me when I try to craft something 31, 32. But yeah, my damage reduction sucks right now. Over here I have only regular one. Over here I have 0. So pretty much I'm terrible when it comes to damage reduction right now, but not much I can do when the gear rolls are just not dropping properly. And the fucking spiders rooting me when I need my mobility. There's just too much crowd control on the enemy's side and too little things that give you unstoppable in this game. For example, a simple evasion should get you out of a crowd control. A simple evasion charge should be all you need to get out of a crowd control. Sure, you waste your evasion charge, but that's an acceptable loss. That's an acceptable punishment for getting crowd controlled. Also, you should have some chance to resist crowd control as a stat. Crowd control resistance, not crowd control reduction, but completely resist it in the first place. You can't add crowd control without crowd control resistance in a game. There are so many bullshit stats in Diablo 4, but important stuff like crowd control resistance, they haven't added. You should be able to get 100% crowd control resistance in a game if it's well designed. Sure, you're sacrificing some other stats like damage, crit chance, crit damage, stuff like that to get the crowd control resistance. But if you want an immune to crowd control build, you should be able to get it without needing to take skills that give you unstoppable. And just keep going. Oh shit, come on. Just when I exited my mist and already immediately straight to crowd control. Next level bullshit. I don't see how this aspect was overpowered by not by having a limit of how many times it can pierce. Or wait, which one was it? Which one was the piercing? No, that's not it. Where was the one with the piercing? I think it was this one. And they nerfed this to pierce up to 10. I barely see this piercing. I barely see Bloodlance piercing. And it's not a chance, it's a guaranteed pierce. Why isn't my Bloodlance piercing then? Sure, not on the first hit, but on the second hit it should be piercing. And they nerfed it to not be able to pierce more than 10 times. Which was strange. Who even managed to get it? How do you even manage to get it to pierce more than 10 times in the first place? Do you see that? It's barely piercing. Just messing around here. Okay, it finally pierced. Okay, let's wrap up this map. So this way. And another lever. Boom. Let's see what's next. See what's this way. Fuck. This stupid knockback ruined my plans. Cool. I think it would be interesting to try a Bloodlines build without Black River with a two-handed weapon. But that means again losing one aspect, and it would be fine because we're losing the Black River one. But I can put this one for 40% chance to fire another extra Bloodlines if I get a 20% one. I'll definitely attempt this thing. That would mean I would have to find another untimely death. Put on gloves, which means I would have to find another pair of gloves because I don't want to remove this one and then. Pretty much I need a good two-handed weapon. And I need a new pair of gloves where I can put untimely death. So I need a decent untimely death as well. Now try it without the corpse explosion item to see how it would work. with the 40% chance to trigger another extra bloodlines, because that could trigger those extra pierces easily, because you would be lancing enemies left and right that way with 40% chance on that aspect. Because that aspect you cannot increase it with Wookiee hit chance increases, because it's not a Wookiee hit. If it was Wookiee hit, it would have been pretty solid, because you could pretty much increase it one way or another. Although it means it would have by default happened much less than 20%, because Bloodlines has a 33% chance. It would have been 33% chance of the 20%. But if it was a Wookiee hit with 50% chance, that would have been 50% of the 33% here. And with some increases, it could get better. But the way it is designed right now, it's not so bad. But you need a two-hander to get the most out of it, otherwise it's not gonna be as solid. With Blood Search, you only need to worry about one Blood Search related aspect. With Bloodlines, there's two. So Blood Search still remains the better option in terms of builds when it comes to overpowered Blood Necros. If one would ask me to recommend them a Blood Necro build, definitely pick Blood Search over the Spear. The Spear is good for bossing. Probably better than Blood Search for single target. But Blood Search is better overall. I ran out of potions. I ran out of fucking potions, seriously. How is this fair to run out of potions? That's why potions should have a cooldown and shouldn't be pickups. One of the worst things they did to the potion system is not making it something that just has a cooldown, but rather relying on picking up potions from drops. Fuck, I'll die. Potion. Fuck. The stupid bullshit potion system. They couldn't design a decent potion system for this game. Where after X seconds you just get a charge replenished automatically. Fuck, wrong button. Now I wasted my guaranteed overpower. I was saving Blood Mist for it. Okay. What's the time? 1 p.m. Maxed out smiting, not bad.
Well struck.
Okay. How much is the smiting I've got? I think I've got the smiting somewhere here. I do have a maxed out one, but I'd rather have another one. So in terms of paragons, I'm getting quos. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 points to unlock this, so I can SWAT this. But even then, I'll need some intelligence within range. And I'd rather get the dex within range. Which would mean I'll need a bunch of levels. I think around level 85, I calculated around level 85, I would have enough to put exploit here and to bring back this one into my starting board where I can get 70 intelligence. Although I just need 40, I don't need even the 70, I just need 40 there. Which is very easy to get. But yeah, I'll take a break, I'll go do some cooking, and again later my brother has a birthday, so maybe he'll come by so we can have a beer. Now we'll see. Thanks for stopping by. I'll play some more tonight. Tonight in the evening, I will be playing some more Diablo 4 with this setup. Keep it cool. Until next time, thanks for stopping by.